The next app we're going to be looking at is called Epic. Epic is the leading all-you-can-read ebook library for kids 12 and under. I know that not all of our kids are 12 and that mostly hits just 6th grade, but it's something that I think everyone can benefit from. Our ELL students can benefit from because it reads aloud to them certain books, or also is just a way to, during Pride, read these 3 books. They're informational text. Small things like that. They don't always have to be, high level readings. So if you click on Epic, it's the one that says Epic. You open it up. The first thing you would want to do is create a login, which we've created a smart sheet, and I'll send that sheet out to you, or I'll attach it to the end of the slideshow, to how you create one. I've already created one. I'm going to click on mine. I only have a couple profiles, but something that I want to talk about is how you can create an individual student profile for everyone. So they log into your Epic account. You have a student profile. Let's use my guest one, and then they can create they can go through and answer choices and pick what they want to read. So they can click on preferences. What kind of books do they want? Okay, they're 12. I like science and nature and mystery, but I don't like sports. I don't really care about daily life. Don't really care about history. Maybe I like fantasy, adventure, and funny. It updates and it changes the books that are available, the ones that might be interesting. So they can go through and they can read, they can browse. These are the books, the ones that have read to me are the ones that can be read aloud, different audio books. Now, obviously not all these are very high, but there's some, there can be some good nonfiction research books if they're doing research. It's just a way to put books in their hands. There's over 10,000 titles in here. You can, as I showed you, you can individually customize the child profiles. If you go in, we as the teachers can go in and look at what they've read, what have they clicked on. So like the food you eat, they go through and they read. They can zoom in. Look, they get avatars for, starting a book. They can zoom in. See, there's achievements for zooming in and looking at things closer. They can swipe, spread to zoom, play audio if it's available. They can rate the book so they know. They can save it to read offline. So if they go up and they oh, I really want to read this book, but they're running out of time, they can read it offline. It's a way to assign, homework where they have to read one of these smaller books. It's a lot. They have to go and read some of these smaller books and, write you a summary or write you they go through and find figurative language, and figurative language is great in the younger books. Or if they're studying music, they can go in and they can search for music books. Or if they can search by their interests. If we're in history or a current event, you're learning about current events, you can go and you can kind of just see what there is available. So I would encourage you as the teacher to first go in and look, and see what they have. So you can search. So let's see, I want to search by music. So it gives me all the ones that come up. Obviously we want to stay in the higher one, 10 to 12 range. Some of our kids, they just read on a lower level, and not all of these books. Look, see, this one's even 11 to 13. Not all of these books are as low as, elementary. So I think this is a great resource. It's only free for educators, so when you sign in, you have to specifically say you're an educator.